Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the achievements that you can unlock by collecting various costumes. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So when you press your F3 key, you'll naturally come into your wardrobe over here. However, on the right side, there's a collections tab. And if you go into collections tab, there are many tabs. There's heroic dungeons, there's raids, there's pets, classic collections, and other collections. So we're going to start with the heroic dungeons first, because these are the ones that you can collect by playing the game. So first of all, there is the Stratus Empire uniform as well as the Stratus Splendor, and you can get these two just by completing the story. However, this one you don't have, the old Stratus Empire armor. In order to get this, you have to do Black Ram Narrows, which is the first 6-man dungeon that you unlock in the game. And by the time you finish the game, you should be able to solo it very easily, as everything is like level 10. So you just run in and you just blast them away, and just run Black Ram Narrows a couple of times and you should be able to get the costume relatively quickly. Next up is Tales of the Black Ram. You can get Black Ram General Uniform by the Achievement Merchant, so that is in Zyway, where you can just buy it from her. Then you've got the Black Ram Officer Uniform, you get this from E-Fleet Supply Chain. You get the Black Ram Captain Uniform in the side story, which unlocks Twilight Temple. And finally, you get Iron Shadow by completing Twilight Temple, the last boss. Next up is Noble of the Sea, so you can get this by Bloodshade Harbor or Nightshade Harbor. You get Pirate Captain from Shattered Mast. Even though it says hard mode, there is no more hard mode, so you can just run on normal mode. And you get the Bilge Rat hat also from Shattered Masts. Next up is Silver Frost, so you get the Dark Wanderer from doing Lair of the Frozen Fang. You get the Pale Wanderer from doing Avalanche Den. And you get the Sealed Palace Remnant by doing Awakened Necropolis. The next one is the Chi Devotee. In order to get this achievement, you want to do Desolate Tomb. In order to get the Enraged Goggles as well as Oblivion, you want to do Starstone Mines hard mode in order to get the White Wolf hat. And then you want to do Sandstorm Temple also on hard mode to get Aurora. And then you want to do Sandstorm Temple normal mode to get the Rakesh Staff. As for About Last Night, all three of these will drop from MSP or Moonlight Sky Petal Plains. You can buy them directly from the NPC, or you can farm it and hope for a drop. Next up is Living the Dream and Runs in the Blood. These two are challenge mode only. You need the custom Dreamcatcher as well as the Dreamcatcher Dormant and the Dreamcatcher Mask. However, these three are all custom versions, and the only way to get these are from doing challenge mode. And it's the same with Runs in the Blood. You want to do challenge mode for Brew Chamber, and this is how you get both of these costumes. So what is this?
Target has changed transaction details. Transaction.
So you are no longer able to get Living the Dream anymore because you can no longer do challenge mode for Dream Song Theater. However, you can still get Runs in the Blood by doing challenge mode for Brood Chamber. Next up is Playing with Fire. So you can get the first 3 pieces over here by doing Tomb of the Exiles on regular mode. Tomb of the Exiles is a very low level dungeon. It is basically Desolate Tomb but backwards, and you'll be able to get all 3 of these just by farming that. In order to get the other 3, you want to do Gloomdross Incursion. You can just do this on normal mode since we don't have hard mode anymore, and you can get the last 3. And that's how you get Playing with Fire. Next one is Pohoran's Pretties. You can get this one by farming Black Ram Supply Chain, and you get the other 2 from a merchant outside of Black Ram Supply Chain or the Merchant of Wonder. Next up is Under the Weather. You can get all 6 pieces here by doing Naru Labyrinth. Keep in mind that this dungeon is very long. Next is Weird Science. In order to get the first 3 pieces, you want to do Sundered Nexus, and the last 2 pieces you get from Iron Tech Forge. Again, you can do all of these in normal mode now. Next achievement is for the Ebon Drake. You get the first costume by doing Ebon Drake Citadel normal mode, and you can get these 2 by the Achievement Merchant, and you get the last 2 by doing Ebon Drake Lair on normal mode now. Next is Rude with Attitude. You get the first 2 from the Achievement Merchant where you can just buy it, and the last 3 you get from doing Ebon Drake Citadel normal mode. Next is Emperor's Accountments. You get the first 2 by doing Sogun's Lament. You get the Deception outfit through the Achievement Merchant, and then you get the Xanos staff by doing Naru's Sanctum. Next up is Hollow Victory. In order to get this, you want to do Hollow's Heart hard mode in order to get the outfit as well as the helmet, and you can do normal mode in order to get the Rootwell weapon. Next is Cave Explorer. You want to do Drowning Deeps on hard mode to get Demon Slayer, and then you want to do Ransack Treasury on hard mode in order to get the 2 costumes, and Ransack Treasury on normal mode to get the weapon. Next is Something's Fishy. In order to get this, you want to do Shadow More on hard mode in order to get the 2 costumes, and then you want to do a normal mode to get the weapon chest. Next is Monster in the Mask. In order to unlock this, you want to do Dream Song Theater on hard mode. Keep in mind that this costume is different from the previous one above where it was challenge mode. So the hard mode one and the challenge mode ones are different. Then we've got Brutal Legend, which is the same thing but for Brood Chamber on hard mode. So again, Brood Chamber hard mode is different from Brood Chamber challenge mode. Then we've got Towering Achievement. This one you simply get from defeating Young Sang on floor 20 in Mushin's Tower. You can also buy it with the prayer beads directly from Kangcha, the vendor. Next one is Inner Struggle. You'll be able to get these by doing Circle of Sundering. And as for the last piece, you can buy it from the merchant outside of Circle of Sundering. Next up is Dragon Days. You get all 3 of these from doing Kuldrak's Lair by using the scales and purchasing from the NPC. Then we've got Ruin Occurring. In order to get these 2 costumes, you want to go to Zaiwei Ruins. For those who don't know where Zaiwei Ruins is, you go to Silverfrost Mountains, you go to Zaiwei, and on the top right over here at Altar of the Divine, you simply teleport here, but instead of going straight to Heaven's Mandate, you go right side to Zaiwei Ruins over here. And in Zaiwei Ruins, you'll be able to get these 2 pieces of armor. Next up is High Praise. In order to get the High Dragon Remnant, the High Dragon Mask, as well as the High Dragon Helmet, you have to do Beast Bog. And in order to get the costume, you need to defeat the bosses, get the key, and go into the treasure room in order to get these costumes. The Happy Hermit, this one you simply do Mushin's Tower floor 15 and you beat Naksun. As for the gourd as well as the hat, you buy these from the NPC in Mushin's Tower called Kangcha. As for Twisted Sister, you get the first 2 from Outlaw Island, and you can get the Hotshot hat now by coming to Kangcha as well in Mushin's Tower and purchasing it off her. So that covers all of the heroic dungeons. Next up is the raids. The raids is a lot more straightforward. Ranting and Raven. In order to get all of these costumes, Raven King simply drops them, and you just have to do Black Tower over and over again until these costumes drop. The hardest one to drop is going to be Ravenfall, as this drop rate is extremely low, as well as the Ravenfall mask, as a lot of people really like the mask. Next one is Mugo's Misfortune. In order to get this, you have to beat Twilight Temple, because it requires the Iron Shadow, which you can only get by completing the last boss in Twilight Temple. Then we've got the Fall of the Uransu. This is from Vortex Temple. You simply complete Vortex Temple and the Hive Queen will drop these costumes. Will drop the Zulia hair as well as Grand Enchantment. Boss 1 drops the Frostburn Staff, and Enthralling also drops from Hive Queen, I believe. Next up is the Iron Conquered. So this one drops from the Iron Conqueror or SK Boss 3, and you'll be able to get all the pieces there. And that concludes the raids. I'm not going to talk much about the pets because for the pets, you're just going to have to buy it off the market. The chances of them actually dropping from the dungeons are really, really low. An example for you guys is I've been playing this game for around 2.5 years, and I've only seen 1 pet drop. So yeah, the chances are pretty bad. Next up, we have classic collections. So over here, we've got the Dragon Master and the Seasoned Dragon Mask. These you get from the Battlegrounds trader. So you just want to do Battlegrounds, get your points, and then you can buy it. The next one is Victory Vestments. You get this from Zenbean, so the PvP merchant, so the arena merchant, and you'll be able to get these. Raiding the Closet. This was a costume that you got from the Gunner update. However, the Merchant of Wonder does sell this occasionally, so you can buy all 3 from the Merchant of Wonder eventually. Next one is Style Savior. This is an issue. You cannot get Pistachio Dream or Temptation anymore. This was a limited time event, so you can't get these 2 costumes anymore. So we can't get this achievement unless they do bring back these 2 costumes. However, you can get Conquer from the Twisted Grimhorn Wilds, which is a open world map, so you can just farm there to get this costume. Next is Officer Friendly. You can get all 3 of these from the Merchant of Wonder. And finally, you've got Master of 7. In order to get Master of 7, which are 7 of these costumes, you need to be maxed out in a crafting guild, in every crafting guild, in order to get this costume. So the issue is that these costumes are not account bound, so you will have to craft it and then switch to another crafting guild and max that one and switch to the next one, so forth and so on, in order to get all the costumes. So that concludes classic collections. So finally we come to the last one, which is other collections. In order to get Silken Sassy as well as Impeccably Dressed, which will contain Moonlight, Entertainer Spirit, Iron Will, and Ascending Cloud Uniform. In order to get these 4 outfits, you need to go to the Transmute tab and craft outfit pouches. So the outfit pouch has a random chance of dropping 1 out of these 4 costumes. So you're just going to have to keep crafting them and hope that you get all 4 eventually. they do cost 5 fabrics as well as 10 soulstone crystals. As for the last two, which is Fashion Fanatic as well as Drop Dead Gorgeous, which includes Star Candy, Highborn, Dark Scholar, and Fragrance of Life, you're going to come to the Transmute tab, and you're going to scroll down to the high quality outfit pouches. So the high quality outfit pouches cost a little bit more. They cost 10 regular fabrics, 4 high quality fabrics, and 20 of these soulstone crystals. And once you get this, you just open it and hope that you get all 4 of these costumes. And yeah, that's it for the collections. If you guys have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer them. And hopefully this video helped. If it did help, I would appreciate a subscribe, as it really does help out my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
What can I say except you're